what are your thoughts on this US-Japan collaboration? Also, what do you think of the future collaboration between Paul Stuart US and Japan?
Well, I think this collaboration for this coat in particular worked out very well. You know, the coat is beautiful, and you know, hopefully we'll do very well with it. I would be interested to do another collaboration on coats. That's not a problem. And then on bigger collaborations, it depends on the size of the product to do it. If it's items, it's easier than an entire collection, let's say, because I would be concentrating on what I would be doing for Paul Stuart, you know, USA, and then, you know, to me that would be the product I would present to Paul Stuart Japan. So it wouldn't be another category. Be working with the same concept idea.
Thank you.
On my side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
確かにコートのコラボレーションっていうのは、サイズを除けば、テイスト的にも日本のマーケットでもアメリカのマーケットでも、お互いにとっていい刺激になるし、リアリティがあるかなと思います。それ以外にもこのショップを見ると本当に日本でも売りたいな、かっこいいなと思う商品がたくさんあるので、これからもっともっと特に幅出しよりとか、そういったものは、アメリカと同じものをもう少し増やしていきたいなっていうのは、個人的にはすごい感じているところですね。
Okay, the last question. So to Ralph first, what kind of brand shop do you want Paul Stuart to be in the future?
Well, the ultimate goal here is to keep the DNA intact of what Paul Stuart is. And Paul Stuart is an American company with an English sensibility on the fabrics and the colors. We have a lot of tweeds and Shetlands and flannels and beautiful colors. And the colors of the autumn leaves changing is in our knitwear. That's been the DNA and heritage of Paul Stuart since 1938. And my goal is to keep that heritage and DNA intact, but modernize it. Modernizing meaning new fits, new silhouettes in the clothing, slimmer shapes, new softer shoulders, very elegant, you know, clothing. But it also has a very soft feel to it. It's not stiff and uptight. So my goal is always when a customer who would buy Sanyo, when a customer would buy Ralph Lauren Purple Label, big name designer brands, when he comes into Paul Stuart and he tries Paul Stuart jackets on, he would be putting on a very contemporary and modern fit. Slim and lean, up-to-date type of clothing. The big difference would be what he would find on the rack, what fabric styles, what fabric patterns, what fabric sensibilities that we have in the store. We have a lot of Shetlands and Harris tweeds, and we have a lot of fabrics that have an English sensibility, but we also do them in lighter weights. We wash the fabrics. We do the same concept in cashmeres. So all across the board, from the trousers to the dress shirts to the neckwear, always trying to improve the qualities, the colors, the richness of the product. Not trying to be someone else, still staying true to who we are. So brand image, brand identity would be to stay who we are, just become more contemporary. And this would be the message to get out there, that we're here and this is what we do. I think that's, for me, when I first started working here 17 years ago, Mr. Grad had this sensibility. Although he was aging and he was retiring, all the old Paul Stuart catalogs were still available. And so I would always go through them, not to copy it, but just to drink it and see what was in it and see how I could move it someplace else. And as the years went by, we started to work with more factories in Naples because we wanted softer constructions. We wanted a new sensibility, so when a guy puts the garment on, it's lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy. And the first thing I did was I put Paul Stuart on a diet. When I arrived here, I took all the canvas out of the clothing. I changed all the shoulder pads. And we started to work in new ways, trimming up the silhouettes. And this is constantly happening. I just didn't start and stop a few years ago. I'm always trying to improve it and always trying to bring in a new silhouette or something new to, this is our message. This is what we want to get our point across this season. Show it to the salesmen, show it to the customers. Nell Love, who is our creative director for photo shoots and catalogs and Instagram, I work with her and she gets the message out there. But it's constantly moving. We're not sitting still. We're trying to constantly improve on what we do. So I want to compete with Xenia. I want to compete with Purple Label. I want to be better than all of them if that's possible. But there's still a benchmark to achieve. So the goal is to be with them somehow.